How do I do this?
From the Lodge Mahal in beautiful Austin, Texas, welcome to a very special Sunday episode of the Lodge live stream. It is the 6th anniversary of the Art of Poker. Wow, what a weekend we've had. Over 1,200 entries in 2 day one flights. Almost a record yesterday, the second most ever in one flight, 732. And this was a $250 buy-in and 1,216 total entries. An initial prize pool of $248,000, which we guaranteed $150, so we shattered the guarantee. We had some day one payouts of $27,000, so today's prize pool, $220 grand. We got cards in the air. Skull Mike is at this table with 1.8 million. Blinds are 100,000, 150, 150. So every orbit, you're putting in 400,000 of your chips. Slick Rick in the bunker along with Andrew Tran, who finished 14th in this very tournament. Andrew, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Rick.
We'll go around the table after this hand, but cards are in the air.
I'm sorry?
And the first one is in the books. Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder, is in the box. Brittany the Chairmanator is our game host. We started today with 12 remaining. We've got 6 here and 6 on an outer table. We'll get shots of that outer table. Here's who's in the studio. Blake in seat 1, Skull Mike. Kai, who's an interesting story. I'll tell you all about Kai in a minute. Richard's in seat 4. Ronald's in seat 6. And I think it was Josh going to be in seat 7. 351 people already in chat.
So we're probably going to see a lot of opens from Kelvin here, being the big stack.
Yeah, Kelvin, 4.8 million. I think the average chip stack was, what, 2.3 or something when we started the show? 2.3 million?
I believe so. So it's roughly about 17 bigs or 18 bigs. So not too much ICM pressure regarding all the pay jumps right now.
You see Kai there in the blue hooded sweatshirt. From Atlanta, this is the first time he's ever played in a tournament with over 40 people. He's in town for a convention, a Yu-Gi-Oh convention. He owns a Yu-Gi-Oh card store in Atlanta and decided he's a huge fan of the live stream and he wanted to play. And he's doing quite well for the first time he's ever played in a tournament over 40 people.
I'd set it in the chair.
This is kind of on the cusp of going all in to an open here.
Thanks.
Blake lays down his ace-6. Skull Mike with one of the shorter stacks at this table with 1.4 million, just under 10 big blinds. And Kai is going to go all in. Blue chips are 25K, those sky blue. The red chips are 100K. The large purple saucers, those are 500K. So 3 chips in play right now. Kelvin wearing the very sharp sport coat and lodge cap. Good combination. He's going to lay it down. And Kai, the Yu-Gi-Oh man from Atlanta. Want to give a special shout out to Ricky over right there. His dad, Gary, is watching from Highland Park, Illinois, right near Chicago.
Little tight fold from Kelvin. I think it's going to be a call for 11 bigs, but everyone's pretty short. You're going to see a lot of a lot of shoves.
Folks, anytime you want to know how many players are still left, right at the top of your screen, you see 12/12/16. That is 12 players remaining out of the 12-16. All-in moment here from Blake. Got a little over 1 million chips. And this is going to be a tough one for Kai. Ace-8 suited.
You're going to see a lot of shoves from the cutoff, trying to be aggressive. I'm not quite sure how many better aces are going to be shoving there, but
1,000,000.
like I said, ICM is not going to be super impactful with maybe like a $200 pay jump.
Yeah, the big pay jump comes at 9. 10 through 13, I believe, get paid $18.75. Then you jump up to 3,000. So there is Ricky is going to make the call.
You're like a cat meowing?
Yeah, I hear that too. What?
Are you serious? At that table. Wow.
Ace for both players.
Kind of creepy.
Blake looking for a 3-ball or some running straight cards. Gonna need a 3. Doesn't come.
Here we go, one. Ace-8. That was suited. I don't know. I had him behind me, though.
And Blake is eliminated. And we are down to 11.
Ace-8 suited.
Just for you, young man.
Yes, they did. Kai in the 3-seat, I believe, folded ace-8. With action pending from the big, with kind of a big chip stack, like a fold's fine.
Skull under 10 bigs. Going to have to look for a place because the blinds are coming around quick. Ricky just had ace-10. Now he's got ace-jack. Looking at the board behind him, that's the clock and tells him the tournament information. Look for a raise here.
Raise.
Going to put a big purple saucer out there. Raise it up to 600,000. And Ronald with the pocket pair.
Interesting.
And about 8 bigs. And he lays it down. Ricky 2 in a row. Ricky, a very nice guy. He has appeared on our stream before, and he loves playing here at our club.
Whatever it was, it's weird.
All right, so Ricky kind of takes the chip lead of the table, and you know there's going to be a lot more pressure coming. Like I said, everyone's going to feel pretty short with the blinds being so big.
Yeah, Ronald's going to have to make a move. He's got 6 big blinds. He's going to defend, and Kelvin, with an ace in his hand and a ton of chips, may put him to the test. He does. He's going to put Ronald to the test here. And Ronald's going to lay it down and just lost another hunk of chips. At some point, Andrew, you got to make that stand.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And, you know, honestly, it's better to just fold in the small blind there because you're just losing half a big.
Yeah.
And, you know, that half a big means a lot of money sometimes.
There's our first glimpse at the outer table. We'll get as much as we can until we combine tables. Final table will be at 9. So 2 more players need to be eliminated.
Yes, I am, Paul.
Andrew Chan, who finished 14th today, and instead of going home and licking his wounds, he said, you know what? Let's get in the bunker. Fabulous day. I mean, 1,216 people. You outlasted 1,202 of them.
I did. And,
Look at it that way.
I do, you know, top 1% of the field, and, you know, it's hard to run deep in tournaments, and you kind of have to get lucky and play pretty well.
Yeah.
You know.
I know it's tough when you bust and you see that 36K up top and you say I was close, but sometimes you got to look at it.
And you know what? It's hard to get close a lot of the times. You're, you know, firing multiple bullets, stuff like that.
Yeah. Skull Mike goes all in. Ace-8 here. And he is going to get it through. And Skull Mike now over 2 million.
Still plenty of chips. You're going to see a lot of open folds.
Skull Mike, 191,000 on his Hendon mob. Ricky, I saw, had about 49,000. Try to do a little research before the show. It's funny, Kai there in the blue hood, he told me he played hooky at the convention he's supposed to be at. He's a vendor.
400.
It's okay. He might make more money here than he would have selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards downtown.
I don't know. Those cards are pretty valuable now.
Ricky with an ace in his hand in the big blind. 250 to call. He's got 5 million chips.
Kai raised from the small blind. Ricky's supposed to just kind of jam, and he's not, you know, folding. I mean, raising anything better.
Vinny's flooring right now. You talking to him? Is he monitoring the speed of play out there? Sure. Just curious. He's considering maybe soft hand for hand. Okay.
All in.
All in. There's that all in you were talking about, Andrew.
Kind of have to put pressure, like I was saying, especially in the blinds here. You know, he could be raising a lot, but being short like that, like, you're supposed to be jamming a lot of hands, but you can get folds too.
Crypto Max wants to know how to buy 30% of Skull Mike. You know, Crypto Max had a piece of J-Win. J-Win ran deep in the WSOP, and Crypto Max was smiling ear to ear. He wants now a piece of Skull Mike. I think it's too late, Crypto Max. I think Skull Mike is no longer selling action.
Be great if you could just sell mid-tournament.
Yeah. I'm sure some people try.
Yes.
Kelvin, Ace Jack, he and Ricky, by far and away, the big stacks of the table. They're not going to want to get tangled too much against each other. Skull Mike's going to lay it down.
And open from under the gun. Pretty strong. Does he want to tango in the small blind?
All in. Ronald's going to make his stand with crabs. And we have a basic race here on hand number 10 for Ron's tournament life.
Seven bigs, yeah.
Ronald needs a 3-ball corner pocket, or else his day is done.
Just 1 3. That's all I need.
A red 3?
There
There's
we
the
go.
red 3! The 2-outer!
You kind of just have to call for it sometimes, and you just get it, right?
Wow.
He is not going home. Not yet.
Nice little double.
Thank you.
Playing short-handed, you're just going to see a lot of these 2-outers sometimes. There's so many cards in the deck.
It's, he takes a little breath. Now he's got a little over 10 big blinds. He's got about 11 big blinds. Kai now the short stack at the table.
So, Rick, how much are these toothpicks? He always has
Yeah.
them in.
Each toothpick is about $33. Now, I don't know. He spends a lot of money on toothpicks.
I mean, supposedly they taste really well, I guess, and he keeps them in his mouth all day.
Well, they're bourbon infused.
Oh, do you get a little buzz from it?
Exactly. Ricky getting a little involved on the button with Queen Deuce. Raises, and he's going to take it down. Ricky playing well.
Being very aggressive with the button and everything, where you're supposed to be opening a lot, especially putting pressure. Kelvin took a little hit, so, you know, you're going to see more aggression from Ricky now. I think there's 52 cards in the deck, you know.
816 people already watching. We're racing to a final table on this fabulous 6th anniversary of the Art of Poker.
Can I get some reds?
450?
Yeah.
450,000.
Thanks.
Skull Mike with the Robbie in the big blind. Doesn't want to put any more chips in here. Players have been playing day 2. They started at 12:15 today. This was a 3-day tournament. Started on Friday. Day 1A had about 700 entries. I'm sorry, 400 some odd entries on Friday. 732 yesterday. Second all-time in most entries in a single flight of a tournament in Lodge history.
There's quite a bit of people here. I luckily just played Friday and kind of avoided the chaos here.
Greg Potter in chat. Greg, one of the commentators. He'll be doing Friday's show. I'll be Wednesday this week, Thursday and Saturday. Greg will do Friday's show because Skull and I will be down in San Antonio. We'll tell you more about that in a minute.
All in.
Skull goes all in, making his stand with Queen 6 off.
I call.
And there's the call from Kai. Not good for Skull on hand number 13. Gonna need some help. Skull looking for a queen or a 6. Queen or a 6 or Skull's day is over?
I believe Skull still has 400K. No.
No. Oh, he may. No.
Yeah, it's about.
Yeah, I was a little miffed on the 3 million graphic by Kai's name. I thought he had Skull covered. Let's see if Skull may not be eliminated. If he isn't, he's going to be on fumes. Oh, he's going to get a little bit back. Looks like he's going to have about 400,000. Yeah, I got a little confused there. Kai did not have Skull covered.
I think it's okay. He's supposed to be doing a lot of those jams there. He just got unlucky to run into an ace.
2.5 big blinds for Skull. Want to give a big shout out to our great moderators, as always, VW Bug and Yoda of Chatsville. Hey, they're going to be appearing on Wednesday, July 31st, right here on the live stream, playing poker. The two moderators, along with me and Skull. I think Hiker's going to be on that show as well.
All in.
All in. Here's Skull. King, Queen, and Kelvin's going to have him dominated here. Kai's got to make a decision. He'll lay it down.
How much is it to me?
Kelvin's going to show him the bad news.
What is it?
Fuck.
And this is for Skull's tournament life. Gonna need some help.
Stefano, I think sometimes like he sees overfolds from Kai.
Three every.
Skull already heading out the door.
Wow.
And Skull, Mike.
Good game, Mike.
A great run, but he is eliminated in 11th place.
Do we keep playing or do we wait for them? Do we have 4?
We're still balanced.
Tough two hands there for Skull. Went all in with Queen 6 against Kai's Ace 9 and then jammed with some Broadway cards for his final 3 bigs against Kelvin's Ace Queen. And
Blinds won't be effective.
Skull eliminated in 11th place. Great day for him. And looks like we're going to have somebody come on in here to balance the tables. Folks, I mentioned this coming Friday, the meetup game. Hopefully everyone will join us.
I heard over 40 people.
Down in San Antonio at the brand new Lodge Card Club. Brad Owen, Andrew Nemi, and Doug Polk all will be there.
You guys have it.
Skull Mike, myself, Big Daddy Chaz, and others. We'll leave seat 5 open, and we'll all funnel through and play with all the folks. Hope to see you there. It all starts 2 p.m. Lodge Card Club of Wurzbach in San Antonio, Texas, formerly Rounders Card Club.
Yeah.
Now, Lodge Card
Live
Club.
in Atlanta? Yeah.
Always a good time in San Antonio. Lots of action.
No, I live in Arena by Raleigh. But we're actually
Next week's schedule will be our normal schedule, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Do I still use this?
Poobah says he'll be there too. Well, I certainly hope so, Poobah. Poobah, the vice president of poker operations for the Lodge brand.
So am I okay then?
Poobah, remember to save me one of those hats. I'm buying one. Put it aside.
right in here. Yeah.
I'm paying cash for the hat.
He'll be coming with the 5 seat.
Okay.
Yoda's saying Doug announced he's going to do a podcast tomorrow with Negrano and Keating. If you haven't seen Doug's latest video about the quote-unquote
You know how much your max exposure.
No, you just
laptops on the rail
you don't have to
at the
worry
main
so much.
event,
You
it
know
was
you- you
very
almost
funny
lose your buy-in.
and very well done, as he always does. Doug's videos, his team,
Great people.
pretty damn
great-
talented.
Everything all around.
New player coming in, to balance the tables.
I wish I could come play that one.
What seat?
You'll be right here, bud?
Yeah,
And they're going to switch this chair.
Robert, we'll get Andrew to speak up a little. You know, Andrew doesn't commentate too often, so he'll. Andrew, they want you to speak up a little so they hear you a little bit louder.
Gotcha, gotcha.
There you go.
Cincher's at right here. I'm going to pitch to you right there, and that's where your cincher's at.
I use this one, yeah.
Yep.
By the way, folks, I did get a chance to speak with Walter, a Lodge regular who had a little challenge, and want you to know, he wants everybody to know he's recovering and he looks forward to getting back to the Lodge real soon. Talked with him for about 10 minutes this afternoon.
Well, we're glad that he's okay.
Yes.
Kelvin opens with 7s here. Gonna fold 8-7. Sometimes you can see a 3-bet to be pretty aggressive. But battling a big stack pretty deep, like kind of hard.
Just
857 already watching. We appreciate everybody joining us on this Sunday night. Sunday night is always good for us. You know, we seem to get a lot of people tuning in on Sunday nights. Appreciate it. While we're at it, let's do a little roll call. Let us know where you're tuning in from all over the world. We'll try to give you a shout out.
$400.
Kai. Opening a little bigger from the cutoff with A7 suited. Just about 20 bigs. Let's see, Matty fold A6. And Ronald just defending the big.
Okay, cousin.
King high flop. 2 hearts. No one with hearts.
300,000
Great board to just bet and take it down.
Long tours from Seattle. Paul Edwards from Perth, Western Australia. Carl from Indiana. Robert Zamora from San Antonio. Bentley Watts from Perham, Maine. Jeremy from Philly. Hey, I had a good cheesesteak at the Philly airport last week. Jim Bonix from South Austin. Jonathan Long from Iowa. DeRemo from Kempner, Texas. Big John from Virginia Beach. Albatross, also from Virginia Beach. Payouts are clipped to the top of chat. You can look and see all the payouts. Adam Ross from Sunderland, UK.
I'm all in.
All in moment here.
How much?
Ronald with some suited Broadway cards for $1 million.
And like I said, Ricky's gonna open pretty wide, and you know, Ron has to do something about it sometimes.
Call.
Good luck, Colin.
All right, dominated.
So this is for Ron's tournament life. Ricky's been running pretty pure. He's dominated here. Picked up a few outs. Looking for a queen, maybe.
Oh, now he's open-ended.
7 or a queen?
Yes.
And there's the queen.
Oh, wow.
And Ronald is eliminated. Ricky picks up another $1 million. And we are, folks, we're at our final table. What we're going to do right now, what I've been told, it is going to be about 7-8 minutes for players to get mic'd up while we're doing that.
There's also a redraw at the final table, so you're going to see everyone kind of shift around a little bit.
While we're doing that, let me go over some more folks. Guy from Ottawa, Canada. Paul Edwards just gifted 10 more memberships. Brendan from Austin, Texas. Hey, Brendan. Anders from Norway. James from Spokane, Washington. Martin McDonough from the UK. Kay Pine from Des Moines, Iowa. Where did I see? Craig from Cumbria, North England. Gord of the Fries from Flower Mound, Texas. JBS, New Jersey. Joshua from Georgetown. Roadmain from Reykjavik, Iceland. We just don't have a big viewership in Iceland.
Oh, we're going to see an all-in right before the final table.
He swept me on the last one. Good luck to me, right?
Can't quite see the cards.
That's a good card. It's too hard to come back from that one. I think I had you covered.
All right. King 7 versus Ace Jack. Looks like Ace Jack looks like a bust.
I made that pay jump. That's the best part.
All right, so looks like we're going to have the final table with 8 players instead of 9, as we had a player bust.
And he gets a pay jump for $1,200.
Wow, that is a true story. There's the pay jump. So we're going to be down to 8 players. Going to take a few minutes to get everybody there. Nick from Seabrook. Let me continue. Jay from Scotland. Matt from South Carolina. Steve and Ruth from Aubrey. Spiros from Montreal, Canada, home of the Habs. Nif Digital from Chicago. Mike from, I see what you did there. I'm just going to say Mike from Florida. You almost got me to say it, Mike. Good try. Nick the Greek from Antwerp, Belgium. Nivan from Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. How's the locks up in Nova Scotia? Paul Varna, Rip from Lampasas. How you doing, Paul? So let me tell you about a few things. What's going on here? So first of all, we told you about the meetup game in San Antonio on Friday. Did you know if you live in San Antonio or if you play in San Antonio, you could have free time every day of the week from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. every single day, free time, free poker, and even at 10:30, they'll give you a free breakfast. How about that? Well, not
sounds good.
Free is good. Not to be outdone, Lodge Card Club on the weekdays only, you can get free time from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. No free breakfast here, but free time from 8 to 11.
Hey, you're saving about $33. So, I mean, come in, play.
Absolutely. Marissa says, Matty is my dad. I love that. Cheering for your dad. Irish fan from Leander. Brian says, I love you all. Pasadena, California, home of the Rose Bowl. So let's tell you about what's coming up. Just days away, our next huge tournament, the Mega Monster, $1 million guarantee. It's a $400 buy-in, folks. Do you know that first place in that tournament, $250,000, 250 grand, Andrew, with your name on it?
Oh, you know, I'm going to definitely try. We'll see. I don't want to put too many bullets into it. So, you know, I think the record last year was about 30.
30 bullets.
I believe so. Right on the cusp.
So that is coming up. We have the flights here. Then we're going to have 6 flights from day one down in our San Antonio club. So if you're down there, you want to play a flight, you'd have to come here for day 2 if you qualify. And even 10 flights down in deep South Texas in McAllen. There is a club down there, Elite Poker Club, I believe is his name, and they're going to run 10 flights of day 1 for that tournament. So the Mega Monster just around the corner in 10 days, 10, 11 days.
It's going to be a good turnout, I believe. I think we got almost 3,000 entries. Rick, are you going to fire? Are you going to try?
I'm going to fire.
All right.
I'm going to fire. You know, I would love to play more tournaments, but, you know, when you're scheduled to do the live stream, and I just, you know, I'd have to call Greg Potter up and say, Greg, can you take my shift if I qualify, you know? Skull would say, don't worry, Rick, you're not going to qualify for day 2. I'll play the part of Skull.
You know, it just takes a lot of patience sometimes with these tournaments, especially with the structures here. There's a lot of play normally.
there you see what the blind levels are. The next blind level will be 100,000, 200,000, 200,000. And don't forget, folks, you got to look out right now. The Chairmanator will start making appearances to get those chairs out of the studio. Brittany, our game host, turns into the Chairmanator on final table.
Oh, you know, maybe I'll just roll my own chair out next time I bust in the studio. I'm pretty good at it. Pretty quick, too.
Poker Rhino, always good to see you in chat. We are minutes away from start getting cards back in the air. Blinds will be going up in 41 seconds. You see the payouts, 36,422 for first. The overall prize pool for this tournament, 248,000 plus. We guaranteed 150. We shattered this tournament, just totally shattered the guarantee.
I mean, we typically shatter the guarantee on a normal basis. So, you know, I think it's a 40K guarantee normally. We usually get about 90K. So
there you go. And celebrating 6 years of the Art of Poker, one of our staples here at the Lodge every month. We do the Art of Poker. Every month we do the big one re-entry. Every Tuesday night, the Tuesday night free roll. So we do 3 tournaments every single day, at least. And we're ready to go, folks. Next break is in an hour and 30 minutes. 8 left.
see the average stack is going to be about 25 bigs now. So we're going to see a lot more hands played and not so many, you know, all-ins.
Where's my thing here?
So Ricky with about almost 7 million, and Matty there with about 7, a little over 7.
Yeah, Kelvin also with over 5. So Joshua, by far and away, the shorty at the table. He's on the button right now, but he's got four big blinds. He's going to have to make a move here in the next 4 or 5 hands.
Yep, and we see the big blinds here and stack sizes.
I might hit.
Do you have a favorite, Rick?
for the big stuff?
I mean,
For the big one,
Ricky is a super nice guy.
Next weekend, the May?
Personally, Ricky, just an overall nice guy. He's a big fan of the stream, so I think I'm gonna have a soft spot for Ricky. How about you?
I mean, I think I want to say Andrew has quite a bit of experience, you know, outside of Boston. So Andy being short, we'll see. For the most part, final table experience, big folds, you know, being aggressive if you have a stack. Right, do we see Jared here? What is he going to do? A6 suited. This is a pretty okay to raise here, 3-bet, or just defend.
Ricky in the big blind is going to make the call. Kai, the Yu-Gi-Oh store owner, out in front here.
$400.
Ricky also sipping on it Dos Equis. You got to love that.
Is it beer time yet?
I mean, hey, when isn't it?
I don't think I see too many beers on the final table.
Yeah, don't worry about that graphic, Shaggy. There are 8 players remaining. Sometimes, you know, there's a lot of moving pieces to the graphics. They'll get it right. There's 8 players remaining. But if that's the only mistake you see, there, it just changed. See, Shaggy? Just wait a minute.
400.
Kai wakes up with crabs. Never a fun thing to do.
I've seen the crabs hold up pretty well earlier.
Gotta like Jarrett's white warm-up suit with the marijuana leaf on it. Matty with some sick shades. His daughter's watching. A little mystery hand. It's going to make the call in the big blind. Defend.
Can you rescan your card for me, please? Is it good?
Same flop.
Right, we're gonna see the same flop with the same suits.
No. Four of hearts. It was same flop. Exactly the same hearts.
I see Matty call here.
Matty's wearing the Junior Sopranos sunglasses. You ever watch The Sopranos, Junior?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, you gotta watch The Sopranos. Looks like here's the raise, 1.2 mil. From Matty's ace-8, hits middle pair. Kai's gonna have to wave goodbye to his crabs.
He is eerily quiet.
Always isn't here.
All right, we're gonna
There's
see
the
a
fold. So just so everybody knows, the initial prize pool, $248,000, but day one payouts, people who didn't qualify for day two still managed to make money. Those that did, $27,000 in day one payouts. So today's day two prize pool, $220,000. 16.5% of that goes to first place, $36,422.
Pretty good for a 250.
Yeah.
Lots of entries for this one. All right. What are we going to see Andrew do here with sevens? Short. We're at 100, 200 blinds now.
All in.
All in here with the hockey sticks. Josh King 8 says, I'm going to have to go in sometime the next few hands, but it won't be this time.
You know, I saw Andy fold King Queen off earlier, and I was simply baffled from the big blind. I was like, do you fold? Do you fold? How do you fold King Queen off in the big blind? Do you defend?
Melon Suarez says, Team Kelvin, go baby go. I love what the family is watching. Hey family, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. I guess you had to if you're in chat. So thanks. We're racing to 200,000 subscribers. We've got over 190,000 coming into tonight.
Oh wow, just 9,000 away.
Yeah.
I think you could probably get there in the next few months.
Oh, absolutely. On Ricky with a ton of chips. Going to raise here to 500K. And Matty with some Broadway cards and a ton of chips as well. Two big stacks colliding. That makes seat 8 with 600,000 chips have glee in his heart.
What do you do when someone flats King Queen and then gets you in the big blind with sixes? Do we see a fold out of Sergey for 10 bigs? Sometimes you can play subs 10 bigs now. We're just going to see a call from him. I believe the payouts are pinned up top, Ryan.
Yeah, anytime you want to see them, they're pinned right at the top of chat.
Comes ace high. We're going to see Ricky bet here. See if he can get any calls.
Thanks for watching. Even the one person who is watching that thinks the prize pool isn't big enough, we'll try to do better for you next time, RP Poker. Never understood people who complain and then continue to watch. Wouldn't you have other things to do if you weren't having fun at something, Andrew?
I mean, I would just kind of look for something else to do.
Yeah?
Change the channel.
Maybe get up from the basement, go grab a Twinkie?
I don't know about Twinkies. For the most part, 250 to turn into 36,000. Oh, just give it to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's in our backyard, so why not?
Absolutely. No, it's a great tournament. What a turnout. I mean, yesterday was just magical here at the club. Imagine 732 entries.
Oh, my goodness. I just...
It's pretty quiet. Like,
kind of crazy to see that, and for the first time I think someone told me that there were alternates, and that's never happened.
Yeah, we normally don't, because we have a lot of tables, and we got a ton of dealers, so we kind of pride ourselves in not, on really not having many tournaments with alternates, but it just got slammed yesterday, but it moved quickly.
I mean, honestly, the field on Saturday played, you know, got to bag up the same blind levels as the Friday fight. Yes, there were rebuys. This one, Art of Poker always has rebuys. The big one normally is just a one entry. But they do have a freeze out on Friday.
Yeah, freeze outs are fun too. You don't have to beat the great players like you, Andrew, 6 times.
Oh no, you know, I put in the bullets most of the time. You'll see me doing up downs up to the cage quite a bit.
Yeah, Skull was eliminated on hand number 14. I believe he finished in 11th place.
I believe 12% made the money, and then we bagged at 8%.
We're going to wave goodbye to Damon the Tattered One, the hot dog eating wonder, and say hello to Sophia. 2-dealer rotation today. Sit back, have some fun with us. Close to 1,000 people now watching. See Josh with just 3 big blinds. As the blinds go up, I mean, 2 players with exactly the same amount of chips. Ricky and Matty, 7.53 million chips. Slick Rick and Andrew Tran. Andrew finished 14th in this very tournament.
Kind of tough. I always make it this far, last 2 tables, and I just can't finish. I got to tweak my play a little bit.
Robert Wilson just subscribed, saying, you guys at Lodge are good. Well, Robert, thank you, man, and welcome to the family.
ICM is going to be definitely a factor into all these decisions now.
Every chip now has a value on it, a big value.
Oh, you got it. I haven't looked.
All in, and there's the call. He says he hasn't looked, but he's got to make the call.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Kind of has to, especially from the small blind. You have to put an aggression. You can't just fold when he only had, I believe, 2 bigs.
Easy. No way it's going to happen.
This is for Josh's tournament life.
10-8-4. 10-8-4.
Ooh, little sweat card. Any 5, 4, 8. All right.
So Josh survives.
Oh, sorry. He made a 7. Just an 8 or a 5.
He will survive at least
I tried.
another hand or two.
I tried.
You guys are in trouble now.
No one else can do it, huh?
Livanios checking in from Greece.
5 blinds.
How are things going in Greece? You may see Skull Mike in a few months walking the streets of Athens.
Actually, meaning.
Oh, wow. Yoda went pretty far to find that. I think that was my first score. One of my first ones.
Andrew won in July of 2022. Just 2 short years ago and a lifetime ago.
Yes, yes. It's kind of hard to win this art of poker. You know, I get pretty close and I just can't finish it for some reason.
Boy, that is a nice jacket he's got. I like that. Fresh white with the red.
Were you the one that won the aces?
And it's actually really white.
Poker Trav checks in. How you doing, Poker Trav?
I'm going to post it to my Instagram.
Yeah, Skull busted in 11th place.
I can send you, yeah. I took this.
So I think the pay jump from 7th to 8th is about 2,200. So we'll see what 2,200 means to these guys. Lots of folds.
Props to Kelvin for maybe only the 3rd sport coat we've ever seen in a Lodge live stream.
And a walk.
One guy had you covered, right? You only had 2 people covered?
No, I cover all of them.
All of them? You knocked out 3?
Yeah, he was ready like to
Okay.
Dirty Dan noticed the weed symbol.
If there was a knockout tournament, he would have 3 rounds.
Why does that not surprise me, Dirty Dan, that you would know that? Of course.
Crazy.
I'm sure we can whip up a gold chain somewhere for him.
I bet there's at least 1 or 20 in this club right now. Couple players donning the sunglasses. You a sunglass guy? I know Skull is.
I'm definitely not. I know Cam is. Mixon is. I don't know. Considered
All in.
it.
All in moment number 2 for Josh, this orbit. Ricky with 8 deuce. It's all going to be up to, let's see what Matty has. 10-6, probably can't do anything here.
Definitely fold.
900?
There you go.
Kelvin is going to make this call.
I'd like to know.
925, I think.
Sort of a fair fight.
950.
You think he'd make this call with the ace? He is.
Made her count.
You're ahead.
Am I?
Josh, again for his tournament life. Can he get another double up? If he does this, he's going to have 12 bigs.
And 12 bigs quite a bit. Still. Lots of hearts. Oh, sorry. No hearts. Just
Yeah.
1 heart. Just 1 heart.
There's the ace for Kelvin. Josh does hit his king, looking for a king or a 9. King or a 9, or his day is done, does not come.
Game.
And Josh, a great day, will finish in 8th place. And we're down to 7.
And he was pretty short when he bagged with me Friday, so he made it really far. And tournament's all about patience.
Josh is going to walk out of here with $4,408. Don't know who Craig is, but that's not here. And here's the Chairmanator, folks. Here she is. No longer Brittany. Final table turns into the Chairmanator.
Josh was the guy right before they made the final table. And he had busted outside on the outside table.
Right.
All right, it looks like everyone got a pay jump. We're at 8,800. No, sorry, 6612.
All in here for Jared. Ace Jack suited. Ricky with some Broadway cards. Doesn't think much, but there's the quick call from Matty with Ace Queen. Dominating Jared here. And this is for Jared's tournament life.
Not much thinking, I guess.
It was quick.
Andrew, I'm commentating with Rick today.
Jared needs some help. Needs a jack. Does not come. And Jared is eliminated.
Just like that, we're down to 6.
Thank you.
Jared is going to walk out of here with $6,612.
That's good.
And here comes the Chairmanator.
Wasn't she just in the room like a hand ago?
Yes. 2 chairs in 2 hands.
Trying to. He's doing good work, though.
I mean, he did it out there.
Let's see if we could get a slow-mo on the last time
Did he
she...
get the other guy?
Let's see.
For the last hand?
The Chairmanator doing her work.
That was right off.
Get rid of that chair. Gone. We don't know where those chairs go.
That guy was really cool.
They just disappear. The
All
Chairmanator.
right, too. He's all right. That's cool.
Marissa Meyer saying, let's go, Dad.
Matty at 10 mil now. He's got about 30% of the chips in play.
Over 1,000 watching all over the world. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Lodge live stream on 4 times a week. This week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Andrew with Kings.
On.
All in with the Cowboys.
Just for 7 bigs, a little under 7 bigs. Did we find a call from anyone?
So Andrew doesn't find any callers. We'll take down the blinds there. Blinds 100,000, 200,000, 200,000, and they come down quick. Now, the new rules at the Lodge, when we got down to 4 previously, we would cut the big blind ante in half. No longer the case. Big blind ante is no longer cut when we reach 4 players.
I think that's a pretty standard thing across all venues now. Right, Ricky being aggressive with his stack from the hijack here. Gonna get folds around, probably go heads up.
Sorry.
2 gigantic stacks at the table. Heads up.
And they both hit
Oh, my
pairs.
goodness.
Might see Ricky just go a little small here. About almost 3 bigs. You're definitely gonna find a call or a raise. Raise to, I believe, looks like 1.6. You gotta protect your hands. Take down what you can sometimes in these spots.
Take a sip of Dos Equis, Ricky. Great guy. was out pre-stream playing a little cash, having some fun. Lodge on a Saturday, and it started to rain outside. We don't get too much rain in July in these parts, so.
It's pretty surprising today when we all heard all the thunder.
Yeah.
It's a good year. It's been all right.
Gotta like it when the rain comes. Bob Casey Ariel in chat, our good friend, been with us since the beginning. When we had under 1,000 subscribers.
Raise.
Matty's going to raise to 500,000. He's got so many chips right now.
Call.
I see a call from Kai.
Sorry.
I think I prefer a 3-bet with King 9 from the small blind. Hijack's always going to open it a little wider. And he's just got to hit his king.
Nine.
Interesting, Kai, as we mentioned earlier, first tournament he's ever played over 40 people in it. He's from Atlanta, in for a convention, a Yu-Gi-Oh convention, and he decided to come to the lodge instead of manning his table at the convention. So he left a note on his table. We'll be back when I bust from the lodge. Needless to say.
Do you think there's cameras watching his cards?
He probably has another employee helping him. If you're in the Atlanta area, he owns a Yu-Gi-Oh card shop.
All right, Kai from the button with about 20 bigs. Andrew with kings again from the small blind.
Second time in 4 hands.
See a complete from Andrew.
Doesn't raise.
1.3-ish.
He didn't get any callers last time, so.
He kind of has to play it pretty deceptive. Just hoping he hits a card.
He's going to check here. Ricky does hit top pair here. Watch out, Ricky.
So he's going to go about 200. 300.
And an all-in shove. And Ricky's going to make the call.
Fold 5.
In big trouble. He's got tons of chips. Ricky's going to still have 4.8 million.
What a call. What a call, huh? This
Unless he hits a 6.
You're waiting for the raise there, huh?
Looking for a 6 is Ricky. Doesn't come. And Andrew's going to get the double up, and this time his king's paid.
Yeah, and now he's up to 15 bigs.
Nice. One too many. What? One. There you go. Perfect.
Our bar, I believe there's, total in the room, I believe there's about 70 tables. Half the room is about cash. So give or take, maybe 30,
Yeah, you would think it's
35. Oh, and the stream side, I forget.
Yeah. There's 68 tables in the room. As Andrew said, about 24 of them usually are for cash, so. Not all tables are in use all the time, obviously. Yesterday we had a bunch of tables in use, though.
Yes.
The great thing about the lodge, not only do we have the amount of tables to handle tournaments like this, to get 700 plus entries in a tournament in a day, it's also have great dealers.
Yeah. Sergey with ace-king suited.
All in from Sergey. And a quick fold from Kai with the ace-deuce. Andrew's going to ask for a call, account. Let's see what Matty has.
How much?
I believe it's only 5 bigs.
Some Broadway cards. He's got 11 million chips. Could easily make this call.
Definitely. And for 5 bigs, it's pretty easy. Oh,
He's going to flip a coin.
Yes.
Oh,
and he
no.
folds.
Is that what he's been doing? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a fold.
Let's see if we caught that
Done.
coin flip in slow motion.
Reach it?
Matty flipping a coin to decide, up and down. And he decides to make the fold.
Kind of unusual not to just find a call there, especially with the chip
No
lead.
clock in here.
Yeah, it's tough.
Just like a casino.
6 players remain.
This is home.
Kai made a great choice of buying that hoodie. I've got that exact hoodie Kai has on. He's going to bring it back to Atlanta. Now, all of a sudden, Andrew, who was on life support, got to double up. Now it's 3.6 million. Got 18 bigs. Kelvin, the rare sport coat sighting in our studio under the lights. Folks, if you want to play on the Lodge live stream tournament show, get in touch with that man, Skull Mike. That is his 3rd grade picture. Follow him on, reach out to him on Instagram or Twitter at Skull Mike Poker, or send him an email, skullmike@thelodgepokerclub.com. Let him know when you're going to be in town and start the conversation. One thing, though, folks, we could make you a star. All in from Sergey. Ace-Jack offsuit.
1 million. Just 1 million.
Kai asking for a count with Heinz 57.
It's so bad. The 5-7 suited.
The 5's been hitting.
I know. I mean, it's suited. It potential straight. I thought about it. I mean,
Maybe if it was 800, then you definitely would have called.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Last hand, 1, 2, 2.
Next hand.
Next hand, blinds will go up after this one. Bones chimes into chat. How you doing, Bones? The Yinzer, my favorite Yinzer, Bones.
Ooh, slow down, hot shot.
Andrew's on a little bit of a heater this last orbit. Says, let me make this call with my Broadway cards. But he's up against the chip leader here, Matty, with over 10 mil. Nice flop for Andrew.
All in.
All in from Andrew. What an orbit he's had.
I believe you.
Now he's up to 5 million chips.
It was there.
Bones saying I look slim these days. Thank you. Appreciate that. Although Skull was making fun of my brand new shorts today. Skull is in chat. Everybody, Skull finished a very respectable 11th place today. Let's give him a round of applause. Great job outlasting 1,200. Some odd 1,205 other folks. Matty is going to raise here. Was about to put it in. Going to recount it. Going to add a purple chips out. 800,000 is the raise. Ricky, two players with a ton of chips. He's going to make this call. And Ricky's got Matty dominated here. Who wants it more? But Matty hits his 5. Middle pair. There's the fold. What a tournament. Got to give a shout out to every employee at the lodge, the front counter, the cage, the dealers, the supervisors, the blue shirts, everyone. When you get that many people coming in and out of a poker room and everybody wants a seat, it can get a little hectic, and another great event winding down. And we're just days away, less than 2 weeks away from the next huge event here. And I'll tell you more about that after this hand. Andrew with ace-6 suited. Going to raise here to 600,000. And here's Matty with the bullets. Watch out. Just going to make the call. Chewing on the gum. Junior Soprano sunglasses. And he checks. Andrew doesn't fall for it. Matty checking to see if he does in fact have the ace of hearts. He does. As the third heart hits the board, he says, I cannot check any longer. I'm going to put some money in. Some chips in, not money. Matty's aces don't get cracked. So, folks, the next big event, you're not going to want to miss it. The Mega Monster, August 1st through the 12th, less than 2 weeks away. It's a $400 buy-in. Tons of flights here, tons of day one flights here. 6 day one flights in our San Antonio club, and 10 day one flights down in the club in McAllen will create a huge prize pool. First place guaranteed $250,000 at least, a minimum $250,000 for first place guaranteed. You're not going to want to miss it. The Mega Monster is back August 1st through the 12th, less than 2 weeks away.
$600.
Kai wakes up with crabs for the second time today. How about an open-ender straight flush draw for Matty?
On.
All in, and there's going to be a call from Matty.
Call.
Quick call. Here we go, folks.
Oh, A10.
Matty flopped the world. Kai, for his tournament life, can he fade the heart, the 7, the queen, the jack, the 10? So much to fade here. There's the heart.
Nice hand, man.
And Matty is en fuego.
Fair.
Let's just put it on there. Matty en fuego right there, right now.
It's not even fair anymore. Wasn't the
You're
truth.
good. You're good.
Kai is eliminated
I know, right?
in 6th place. Kai is going to take home a nice payday back to Hotlanta, Georgia. That's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards he can buy. Pleasant, a very nice guy from Atlanta. Got a chance to talk with him pre-stream. Big John still have not made the decision on streaming from San Antonio. When we do, we will let everyone know. That decision above my pay grade.
$1 million.
Matty now with 15.4 million chips. Now 16. It's got everyone else covered. More than half the chips. Ollie, I'm doing great. How are you, Ollie? How is everyone in chat on this Sunday night? $1,100 plus watching. Mike Youngblood is watching. Just saw him dealing earlier today. Matty is just on fire right now with the Gretzky hand. I may have to go buy a pair of those sunglasses tomorrow. He wins this thing. Andrew with the Robbie hand will lay it down. Joe Lyon says he's enjoying the show. Well, thank you, Joe, for saying that. We aim to please. We have a lot of fun here at the live stream. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. We're on 4 times a week. Usually we stream cash hold'em games. Probably 85% of the time you'll see a cash hold'em game. Low stakes, mid stakes, high stakes. Then about another 12 to 13% you'll see tournaments. And then PLO gets mixed in every once in a blue moon. Heads up. We mix it up here on our stream. Jim checking in from Northern California. Matty, is Matty on fire or what, folks? Now he's got the ladies. Not the best flop for ladies. Ricky now with a piece. Can probably make this call. It says, why so little? 400,000. Good fold by Ricky. And it's got to be fun right now for Matty. All these pocket pairs, all these hands, now over 17.6 mil. Getting hit in the face. space with the deck. It's fun when that happens. I've read about it.
Cool.
Ricky with some Broadway cards in the small blind. A little battle of the blinds. Matty, a very pedestrian hand. Jack 7 is dominated here.
300.
Quick fold, and Ricky's going to add some chips. 3.5 million. It's got a little over 11 big blinds. Folks, if you're in chat, how many of you are going to be able to make it down there on Friday to our new card club in San Antonio, Lodge Card Club San Antonio, for the meetup game? Let me know in chat. I will be there. Will you? 2 p.m. it all starts. 1-2 meetup game. Brad Owen, Andrew Neeme, Doug Polk, and others scheduled to appear. All-in moment for Sergey. Ace Jack off.
7 what?
775.
A quick call from Matty with Ace-5 suited, which I've been told is the new big slick.
Good hand.
This is for Sergey's tournament life. Has Matty dominated here. Hand number 45. There's the 5 for Matty. Sergey looking for a jack. It doesn't come, and Sergey is eliminated. And Matty is a one-man wrecking ball right now.
Unstoppable. The terror continues.
I was going to call it. I would have won too. But I was like,
Sergey eliminated in 5th place. Will walk out of here with $11,021. Nice day work for you, Sergey. And we're down to 4.
You want a 5 or 6? 5? 5, please. Thank you. Thank you.
You see the pay jump. 4th place, $13,225. 4 players. Normally at this time, at least a few weeks ago, we would have cut the big blind ante in half. No longer here at the Lodge do we reduce the big blind ante when we get down to 4. Inner Milton says Matty could fall out of a boat without getting wet with his luck right now. Look at all those chips. 18.4 million of them. Total command right now, Matty. Over 1,200 folks now watching, 1,225 on a Sunday night. Just about approaching 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Blue chips, 25,000. Red chips, 100,000. Purple saucers are 500K.
On.
All in from Andrew with the snowman. Andrew with about 10 big blinds. Ricky in the big blind. Little blind on blind action.
I fold.
It's over.
Sounds good. What was your count?
Yeah.
2.8.
Miquela says, are you happy with the audience size, sir? Absolutely. I'm always happy. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'd be a little lonely if
35.
didn't have y'all tune in. Appreciate it. Pair for Ricky and a gut shot from Matty. Ricky looking at the clock and the pay jump. Under 10 big blinds remain for him.
All in.
He goes all in. Matty could easily make this call with 18 million chips to knock out another player. But he's not going to do it. He says, Ricky, you're too good of a player to give you free chips. $36,422 and a beautiful trophy. You see the trophy on there on the left on the spinning carousel. You don't get the spinning base, but you do get that giant trophy. There you see. 3 players have about 11 million chips. Matty has 18 million.
All in.
All in from Ricky with ace-6.
Button's right.
And he is going to take down the blinds. Kelly Shields says with 36,000 you could buy your own spinning base. Good point, Kelly Shields. Kelly always brings it home. Appreciate that, Kelly. DJ Cisco, thank you for the kind words, bud. Appreciate you being a subscriber. All in moment for Ricky.
3 fold, 5 fold, 7 fold,
50 hands already played. And we've had some action. A lot of players eliminated. We started the stream, I think, with 12 players. We're down to 4.
fold. 650. 5 raised to 650.
Kelvin raises here to 650. Andrew with ace-5 in the small blind decides not to do it. Ricky in the big blind with a queen in his hand. Will he defend? He will not. Kelvin will take down those chips. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time on Friday. Meetup games with Brad, Andrew, and Doug are always a fun time if you can make it down to our brand new location in San Antonio. Be a great time. Get there early, though. Give them a call sometime this week. Put your name on the list. Tends to get crowded. That just makes it more fun. Valley says, if I win the lottery, I'm moving to Texas. Wow. Good luck to you. Slick Rick, and back is our good friend Andrew Tran. Andrew finished 14th in today's tournament. Andrew, we're seeing a lot of Matty.
Oh, I'm sure. Wow, he has more than half the chips in play now, huh?
Yep.
Wow. The aggression's going to turn on four-handed. Ricky with fives.
All in.
All in for Ricky.
What is that, 15 bigs?
Uh-oh. Matty's probably going to make this call with Broadway cards. You would think.
Especially with that stack. Kind of hard to fold. You could actually be folding here. Ricky's not going to do it any lighter than that for 15 bigs, knowing Andy and Kelvin having shorter stacks. This is where ICM kind of comes into play. Seeing shorter stacks, you should be folding a lot, but if you're, shoving 15 bigs pretty strong here.
He does. He lays it down. And Hillbilly with the old song, Ricky, don't lose that number. Wow. Going old school Hillbilly.
Sometimes King Jack off isn't strong enough to call an all-in for 15 bigs. It's not going to, that's a quarter of a stack.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where you are much better than I just, you got 18 million chips and you got some Broadway cards four-handed.
Yes.
It's pretty darn good.
It is, but like I said, this guy's not doing it any any lighter than what it should be because of all the stacks that are shorter than him.
Yeah. He could pick a better spot, maybe.
Yes, extremely. Exactly what you just said. So. Andy getting a walk, always nice. Not having to see any aggression and just pick up the small blind and his big and ante back.
And Kelvin has kind of been quiet, just laying back, letting people knock people out. And as I say that, on the button, he's going to raise here with some Broadway cards. And here's Andrew with suited Broadway cards. He's got 40% to a royal flush. He's going to make the call.
What are we going to see Ricky do? Just call here? Yes, we're just going to see a call. Right. Well, very small, board. Small board for the big blind, actually. Good range.
Open ender for Ricky with the ace. And there's the 10 ball for Andrew. Vaults into the lead.
Kind of have to defend your hands here. I think you would have seen some sort of small bet if there's any spades. What is Ricky going to do?
Ricky is going to lay it down.
Can't really beat much, especially if he doesn't have any spades.
So Andrew who had the worst hand pre-flop, is going to drag the chips. And he was on life support
He was.
not too long ago.
I think he came into the day 2 with about 135K. So to get to the final table was quite the achievement for that kind of stack going into, I believe, 612 blinds today. See the graphics try to catch up here. Oh, get a walk. It was Carson. It was a 250. I think the
initial prize pool was 1,216 entries. Initial prize pool 248,000. But we did have some day 1 payouts. So even those that didn't bag to day 2s, a certain percentage of those people did get paid, and the day 1 payouts were $27,650. So the remaining prize pool for day 2 was $220,000. So that's how we got the numbers.
Right.
First place, 16.5% of that prize pool for $36,422. Ricky with ace-9 is going to
go ahead and
go all in for 4.1 million.
And stealing the blinds here means a lot. Making Kelvin a little shorter, his stack a little bigger, and then obviously more ICM pressure.
I mean, every 4 hands, you're putting 750,000 of your chips into play.
And it doesn't let up, going heads up now. Ricky. I think I just
900.
There you go. Just a small click.
Crab's going around the table. All-in moment for Matty with a little mystery hand. Could have pocket 8s. We'll see here in a minute. Will Ricky make this call for his tournament life?
Oh, did he go 900?
He's going to lay it down.
I think I would rather just, raise to 600 and fold. You're losing a big blind there. That big blind can mean a lot. So everyone right around 4 mil except for Kelvin.
Yeah. It's important, Yoda, also, if you could include the day 1 payout of $27,650, so we don't get those questions. If you could include that in that graphic. All in. Hiker Till Heaven says crew rocks. He is saying that our production crew is knocking it out of the ballpark once again. If you think the same, type in crew rocks. Let them know in the back room that you're appreciating all the hard work that they're doing. Crew rocks. Jay Avocado says graphics kind of suck. Well, sorry, Jay Avocado. We think they're just fine and dandy.
I mean, the previous graphics didn't give you all the chip counts like they do now, so I think they're great.
Fantastic. They're fantastic.
Lots of walks. Don't want to tango. Don't need to. Kelvin's, everyone's really short actually now. Those antes and blinds are cutting into their stacks.
Thank you all for typing in crew rocks. It really means a lot to those folks who work so hard. I often say Skull and I get to drive in the front seat of this great production. But there are so many people that make this such a great live stream, and we appreciate every one of them.
Andy with ace 4 suited. It's going to go up to 800 or 900 off of, oh, I'm not quite sure.
How much?
3.125.
Do we see Andy make this call? This is kind of on the borderline. I mean, you don't see Kelvin do that a lot unless he really has it. So, I mean, he made the correct fold here. Yes, yes.
You're watching the final table of a special Art of Poker. Art of Poker happens every single month here at our club, but this is a special one. This is the 6th anniversary celebration of this great tournament.
And this tournament's wild, and it's the most popular one here. You know, unlimited rebuys, the prize pool gets blown up. Normally it gets around, I want to say 17,000 for first, month to month.
Matty with the ladies. All in from Andrew. Here we go. Andrew with ace-9. The quick call from Matty, and this is it for Andrew's tournament life. $5.5 million. There's a 9. Couple hearts.
Wow. Andy just looking for a 9 or an ace. Oh, diamonds now.
Lots of outs for Andrew.
Oh.
Doesn't come. And Andrew is eliminated in 4th place.
And just like that, we're down to 3.
No? You got all the chips, man. You get all the money.
And
You guys
wow.
wanna do it?
Matty with 22 million.
Yeah, I'll play it out.
All right, cool.
Play it out.
About,
No, I'll play it
you
out.
know,
We still would play it out. We just take money
66%
out.
of the chips now.
We're going to play it the whole way. The whole way.
My man.
Only 30 mil in play.
And they just said, do you want to do ICM chop? And Matty says, I want to play it out the whole way.
I mean, he has no reason to.
Oh, yeah. It's never easy.
Never easy.
I mean, the other guys can just give him first place money if that's really the case.
There was a stream not too long ago where the guy, where a gentleman actually tried to negotiate. If you give me better than first place money, I will do it.
Yeah, I do remember this. I do remember this.
I thought that was some of the greatest negotiating. Give me better than first place, and I'll do the chop.
I mean, he was trying to save him time, so yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, chopping here, ICM-wise, is actually really bad for the chip lead. He's going to give too much money to the other guys.
Jim Bonix gifts 10 memberships. Jim Bonix, the Oprah of our Chatsville community, gifts 10 poker memberships. If you're a member, you get access to custom emojis, a nice badge next to your name, and access to content that no one else can see other than our members. How about that?
I believe ICM stands for Independent Chip Model, and it's relative to your stack and the money that's relative to what you have in your stack and the chips in play.
If you're a member, you can see content like this, parts 1 and 2 of the Skydive video, where we actually, 5 members of our crew to celebrate 150,000 subscribers, jumped out of an airplane. There I am, right there. There I go.
How was that, Rick?
It was all right. I wasn't scared till I got home and said, what the hell did I just do?
Oh, no.
But I wasn't scared on the plane.
So did you actually hop out, or did
No.
they kind of give you that little nudge?
You're just holding your all in here. Hold that thought.
Can I get a count?
Matty asking for a count. Both players with diamonds here.
I believe the live tournaments are right around 16% average. It becomes lower as buy-ins get bigger.
So, anyways, you grab. You're holding on to
The harness?
the harness,
Okay.
and they kind of fall. Basically,
Okay.
you lean out.
Okay.
You don't do anything. They tell you not to do anything.
Okay. Well, that's terrifying.
It wasn't that bad. I don't know why I wasn't scared until I got home. I literally 2 hours after the jump, I'm in my recliner and I go, "What in the hell did I just do?"
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I could do that. Kelvin, the small line with King 4, could go all in here.
He does. All in for his 3.6 million. No call.
Kind of just have to take the blinds down and be relatively aggressive with, being three-handed. King 4, not a bad candidate for that.
Look at that. 22 million.
Of the 30 million in play.
Yeah, of the 30 million.
So these guys are playing for 17K right now, and 6K more for second place. So see who wants the pay jump.
Seti in chat. How you doing, Seti? Ricky goes all in and will take it down.
Yes, Ryan. I believe it's a shove also.
Seti, I'm going to be in your city on Friday. Hopefully I'll see you. I'm going to be in the great city of San Antonio. I used to work for the San Antonio Spurs back in the day. Drove that drive many a time.
I think Matty needs to be a little more aggressive, especially in the small blind here. He can't just call.
Little mystery hand for Kelvin. He's got a jack of hearts at least.
And it's good for his hand to, have a heart, maybe have a pair in some manner.
The Whiskey Throttle says, "We love Skull Mike."
Can I get a Dos Equis?
All right, Matty just raises to $1 million here. On the button.
Ricky in the big blind. Will he defend?
Kind of hard to defend here. It's more of a fold.
Just want to get that Dos Equis.
He already ordered it. It's coming. It's coming.
You ever? When I used to play table games in Vegas, you'd order a drink and you'd lose all your money before the drink got. We had a saying for that, you know.
Oh no!
When you ordered it and you're gone before the drink gets there. Where do those drinks go? Where do the drinks that you order that you leave before they get there? Where do they go?
Honestly, they just might recycle them.
Think so.
That or hand it off to the guy that was next to you that might claim it.
Whiskey Throttle, a Skull Mike Love Fest.
What am I, small?
Canadian Outlaw says, I hope everyone is enjoying their Sunday. What a nice comment, Canadian Outlaw. I hope they're enjoying it too. Blinds 200, 400, 400. A million chips every 3 hands out of your stack.
These guys have to play aggressive and get it in. All right, we're going to see Kelvin raise to 950. Matty just, without thinking, just calls.
I made it. Holy shit. You're the best. What is it, 5?
He did stay long enough to get his Dos Equis. There's the king for Matty.
Matty checks.
All in.
Matty comes over the top and a quick fold from Kelvin.
I think I would prefer just a call and see if he kind of goes for it on the turn.
Okay.
Kind of give these guys some rope.
$1,433 people watching right this second on our live stream. We appreciate it. We're on 4 times a week. Next show will be Wednesday. I'll be back in the bunker Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Greg Potter will be in the bunker on Friday.
Ricky with 3 mil.
All in.
All in, and a quick call. We don't know what Matty has. He's got ace-10 suited. Ricky's got the ducks. Look at that equity, 51 to 49. Can Matty eliminate another player?
And Matty gets a 10.
Ah, man. Looking for a black duck.
Stand up, do the whole
Yep.
Does not come.
Oh, yeah.
And Matty eliminates another player.
Good playing with you, Ricky.
You too, bro.
And Ricky, what a showing.
I'm Matty.
My goodness.
A fantastic day of poker for him.
Matty.
Will finish in third, and they finally introduce each other as he's leaving. Ricky will collect $17,633.
I just take first.
Ricky,
Matty just
headphones?
hitting everything. This is just his at this point. 27 mil out of 30 mil.
so Kelvin, Kelvin's very quietly let people get eliminated, and we're going to get everybody situated. Look at all those chips in front of Matty.
This is mine,
The water right here.
but it's done. It's okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Pretty sure we're going to see a quick finish here.
We don't say that. We don't jinx ourselves.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's like a pitcher pitching a no-hitter. You don't ever say, hey, you know you're pitching a no-hitter? No, we'll see. Look, Matty is totally dominating this performance. You got to give it up for Kelvin. He was very quiet during this final table, didn't get involved too much, and just let people, and just started laddering up, climbing that ladder. Hector says his son loves poker. It's his 10th birthday. Ralphie, happy birthday, Ralphie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ralphie.
Beware of Big Slick, Ralphie. Don't fall in love with Ace King. That is my advice for you, young fellow.
I've seen a lot of Ace King folds lately. It's kind of unusual seeing it folded pre to a single raise. Matty.
So Kelvin really has, he's got nothing to lose right now. He's pretty much said, I'm going to finish second, right? But what does he do here?
I mean, Matty's supposed to just put him all in almost every hand at this point.
He's got so many chips that he's parked some of them away from his area.
All right, Matty with Jack 3. Just checks to a call. Kelvin hitting his 10. A little gutter ball for Matty here. And hits his Jack. What does he do? Yeah, fold.
There's the fold. And Matty just total control. Look at those blue chips on the side. Those are his chips. He just doesn't need them near in front of him. He's just like renting a rental unit over there. The hell, he doesn't even need those chips.
No, he definitely doesn't. Kelvin down to, I believe, 2.1. All right, Matty just calls. Kelvin's gonna check.
Open-ender for Matty.
And,
Kelvin with a gut shot. A 3 would be disaster
he
for
just
Kelvin.
flips it. Takes it down.
This would be one of the greatest comebacks in the history of Lodge live stream poker if Kelvin can somehow.
I'm probably not folding.
And he just says it. He's
Been fine.
probably not folding. I think he only has 3 bigs.
All in.
There's the all-in. Kelvin with king, queen. Matty, who's been on fire with 8-5. He's live.
You're correct, Andrew. I think everything is a rip.
Take it.
Kelvin does have the beautiful hat on and a sport coat.
Yes, everything should be a shove. Shove, shove, shove. This is his game to lose, basically. Just fold?
You know, here's the thing. What I've noticed is not too many people are experienced playing heads up, especially heads up tournament poker.
Yes, yes.
And so it is difficult sometimes. We had a stream a few months ago. Here's an all-in.
I'm just going to
And Matty with the Cowboys. This could be it. Kelvin for his tournament life.
Hey, man. Good game.
Nice playing, brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the prepay.
Wow, did he just say good tournament?
Yeah.
A chop could be happening.
Oh, highly doubt it now.
Oh, it's my little girl to throw her a heart. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
That is it, folks. That is the
Game in my
tournament.
name. Yes, sir.
It was a
pleasure.
one-man wrecking ball. And Matty will be our champion and walk out with $36,422. And Kelvin, what a tournament for him. $23,364. The Chairmanator will put the beautiful trophy. Look, do not fall with that trophy. That trophy weighs about 40 pounds.
That trophy is pretty heavy.
We're going to take some pictures here. Final thoughts, Andrew Tran.
You know, I think Matty played great. I mean, for the most part, up until heads up, but you know, he was hot, and so you just need to run hot in these tournaments to take it down.
It was severely a one-man wrecking ball. I mean, we got through 78 total hands tonight. We started the stream with 12 players, so we had 11 eliminations in 78 hands, which is pretty incredible.
That's actually pretty quick.
Very quick. So for everybody here at the Lodge, first of all, once again, I want to thank our moderators, VW Bug and Yoda. Great job again. Well, I want to give a big shout out to all the employees here at the Lodge, front counter, cage, dealers, the blue shirts, our supervisors, and everyone here at the Lodge. Of course, our great production crew, Lodge live stream. But most of all, I want to thank you who watched Really appreciate it. Hope you will tune back in for more Lodge live streams. Our next stream will be Wednesday. I'll be back in the bunker. There you see the fantastic-looking Cowboys. Hey, get on out there, play some poker. Hope I see you this week, either at Lodge Card Club here in Austin or Lodge Card Club in San Antonio on Friday. Well, I'll be at the meetup game. Get on out there and play some poker. Take care, everybody.